Hey guys, it's Diana Tabwai here, back with another video on how to drape a sweetheart bodice. This video was requested by Jessica, so if you guys want to see how to do this, let's begin. Okay, so what you need will be muslin fabric. I'm using a half a yard of this fabric, and then you're going to be needing a scissors, ruler, and pencil and a marker. It's not shown here. And lastly, this tape that I got from the fabric store is about 1/8 of an inch, and this will be used to create our sweetheart design. So here I'm just ripping the fabric, a little piece of it, like maybe 3/4 of the fabric, going in. And at the edge of the selvage, you want to come in about 1 inch with your ruler and draw a line there. This will be our center front for draping the bodice. So now you have your manikin, and if your manikin does not have any princess seams, or you don't have a professional manikin that has those seams, you can use your tape to go ahead and tape up the seams so you can follow as a guide when you're going to start draping. Now I'm going to go ahead and create a design on how I want my sweetheart to look. This will help me mark the shape of the neckline. You can go as deep as you want, as high as you want. I'm going to go a little bit high and a little bit deep, but I want to keep it very sweetheartish. So it's up to you, as your choice. You can design the top part of it as you want. This is just a guide, so you want to take it from the top all the way around to the center back front, as you see me doing it here. And the reason for this, we're going to be tracing our neckline with this, and this will be a guide. So once it's complete, as you see here, now it's time for us to get ready to drape it. So now I took the fabric that I drew the 1 inch center line. I'm going to place it on the center seaming of the manikin. I came about 4 inches above the line so I can have enough room to drape. Now you want to make sure that your fabric is stretched over the seam nice and neat, and you want to pull gently to make sure that you pull out all the areas where the gathering or puckering might occur. And we're going to start draping parts by parts. And when I mean that, we're going to go from the first part of the center front, stopping at the princess seam, and then we're going to be doing the side panel and then of the back portion of the bodice. So here, if you see that you can't get it to like lay neat, you just come in with the scissors and just open it at the bottom and just add slits to ease that in. Don't go all the way to the waistline because we're going to draw a line at the waist, but just come in to allow you to able to smooth that out and just make it more neater and adjust it. Just pull as best as you can to make sure that you can feel and see the princess seam. Once everything is smooth, you want to start tracing out the portion of this part. I'm going to stop at the princess seam. I started following the line, which my tape is showing through the fabric, and I came down the princess seam just to draw the first part of the bodice. This is the center front. So I'm going to bring this all the way down to the waistline taping. I'm going to stop underneath the waistline taping because it's kind of like a 1/2 inch, and that's where I want my bodice to be. If you want it to be longer, you can go extend further down the princess seam, but other than that, you can stop at the waist if you want it to be like a crop top type of bodice, or you're going to connect it to a skirt. Once that's complete, now we're going to do the panel, the side panel at the front. And again, we're going to repin it again, and then we're going to now make sure we pull it so it could be nice and neat, so we can get the shape of the princess panel. Pull it, and if you see any puckering that you can't get in through, again, just come at the bottom close to the waistline and just add slits so you can pull it and ease it in, just as we did in the first time for the first part of the panel. Just pin it into place, and then you're going to retrace it from the princess seam now and going down to the side seam, including the neckline. Now lastly, we're going to use the center front again, the 1-inch line mark. We're going to create it and put it at the back, center back line. Here is a little bit easier than the front. There's not so much shape to it, so you can go and easily shape that back. And again, just ease it in with the slits on the bottom to make it more smoother and neater when you go ahead and drape. You want to copy from the back neckline, side seam, and all that other good stuff. You can also draw in your back princess seam. We don't have to drape that separate. We can always separate it in pattern paper. So here's what it will look like. Once everything is drawn out, you just want to go in and put in your 1/2 inch seam allowance on each panel of the bodice. You will do this for all parts. Cut it out. And then after that, you're going to pin everything together. And then we're going to go ahead and see how it fits on the mannequin. I added additional markings so I can know the placement of where I need to place my princess panel to the front panel. So this is what it looks like when it's complete. So now I'm going to be doing part 2 on how to transfer this onto paper so we can cut it out on fabric. Now if you would like to see a video on creating a top from this piece, let me know in the comments below. I think I'm going to do a video on transferring it and making it like a bustier top. Also, be sure to follow the Instagram page, y'all. I need to follow the Instagram page, and I also have a Facebook. So whichever one is good for you, that's going to be in the description box as well. I redesign your clothes. And lastly, that is it. So leave your comments down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Okay, bye.